Alright, floating point here. Let's see, I've had some troubles with City Skylines mods. I think I over-installed a little bit too much, so it started crashing. I've deleted everything, so I got the vanilla game now. And I'm just gonna add a few mods. And I wanted to show you which ones I think are quite good. The ones that I immediately want to start with. As you can see, my Steam handle is Hephaestus or Hephaestus, whatever you want to pronounce it. And I'll just quickly run through them. I selected 61, so I'm not going to talk about all of them. But without further ado, let's see. We got the Roundabout Builder. This one just helps you build roundabouts. It's much easier than making them yourself, and you can select a few options: which road, which size, if you want to set up all the giveaway signs, etc. So it's just a quality of life. So let's check it. Then Traffic Manager President Edition, a must have for any big city. If you don't know this one, it's basically giving you a lot of options to handle traffic. You can enable, disable traffic lights, make them timed traffic lights. You can select which way, which side of the road gets to give way, etc. It has many options. You can also set speed limits. What am I forgetting? Despawning of vehicles, if you wanna don't allow it, because the vanilla game allows you to despawn the vehicles if there's too much traffic. So you can not have that, so that you have even more traffic, which is very nice. So a must-have. Real time, it makes the citizens of your city go to work at, I think it's set at 7 or 8 in the morning, work till 5, something like that. There's also people working in shifts, so it's all you can set it however you like it, but basically most of the people will work from 8 to 5 during weekdays, and you'll see the traffic going from the residential areas to the industrial areas at those times, and back in the evening, creating a lot of realism, and it has so many options. You should really check it out. Maybe I'll do a video about it, because it adds so much realism. Automatic bulldoze, I can't remember playing without it. It's just, if an abandoned building or a burnt down building, I think in a vanilla game you have to destroy it yourself. Well, this one just does that for you. So quality of life. Prop and tree anarchy will just allow you to build props and trees wherever you want. The vanilla game, if something is occupied, it won't let you. So with the anarchy one, you can build it wherever you want. So that's easy to use. The move it mod is also very nice. It allows you to select anything on the map, and then move it. It's as simple as that, basically. It's really good, especially if you want to place a building and it's a tiny bit off. You just select move it, drag it a little bit, and it's awesome. Also for roads, you lay down a road and it's not exactly how you want it. You just select it, move it a little bit. It's awesome. All 25 areas purchasable. That's as the title says. Achieve it. If you like the Steam achievements, just you can have them even when you're using mods. In the vanilla game, if you're using mods, you won't get achievements unless you, of course, select this one. Emergency lights manager. I'm from Europe, so the lights are blue, and in the vanilla game they're blue and red, so you can change that with this one. Tree brush, just brushing some trees. Then we get some more buildings. So we've had the main mods. I think we've had basically all the big ones. So these ones are just smaller mods. I like the brick suburban street. It's a red street. It's very nice for residential areas. Crossings will allow you to just make a crossing wherever you want. which is very nice. Fine Road Anarchy has some options to basically make it easier for you to put the roads down the way you want it. You can raise them, lower them. It gives you the corners, snapping, all these options. So that's a good one. Then I hate it when I start a new city and, well, money is a problem. I don't want to put the big fire station, the big police station up there. So the police Koban, it's a Japanese little police station. Just 1 or 2 police cars. The fire substation, basically the same, just one fire engine. They're cheap. You can just plop them down and have a little bit of the coverage you need. It's also good for if you have remote areas where it's just not very useful to put a big fire or police station. You can just put those down to have the basic coverage. And of course the happiness for the residents. This one is just a parking lot with a small kiosk. I like to play with more realistic parking, so you have to add a lot of parking lots if you do that. This one is a pretty easy small one, but you have these two mods. They add roads that you can place, and on those roads you then have to place the markings for the parking lots. So you can make them as big or as small as you want. You can choose for disabled parking or electric vehicle charging stations, etc. It's a very nice mod. Street without marking, because, well, here in Belgium most normal streets in residential areas don't have markings. So I use that one. And then I have a few churches because I was missing that, and I like to create small areas outside my big town. And I put a church in the middle and then a few buildings around it, because, well, that's the way here in Europe a lot of towns are. They have a church in the middle. I'm not very religious, but it's a little bit of realism, I guess. Bus and bike lane. This one very interesting. Just a 1-lane bus road. I don't find many options like that. Most of them are 2-lane, one direction, or 2-lane both directions, but this is 1-lane, one direction bus lane. So I use that sometimes to make a shortcut for the bus. Dentist office is basically the same as the police and the fire, so it's an extra addition. I think it is pretty big though. I think I have another one smaller than that to get health insurance or health coverage. But the dentist office is one of those buildings. Small biogas facility. I like it because it gets a little bit of garbage and it produces a little bit of electricity. So I place them around some industrial areas, or just as a little bit of extra garbage management. Recycling center, basically also garbage management. Yep. Roundabout exit is just an easy way to get an exit from the highway. Fine road tool. This one, I'm not sure how much it has from the other mod that I discussed earlier. I think, well, this one sets elevation step. I must check it. This one is I think basically has a lot in common with the other one that I clicked, Fine Road Anarchy. So adds additional options when building roads. I don't know, I had them both active previously and they didn't clash with each other. Just making sure that I have all the options that I'm used to. Diverging windmill, just basically another highway exchange. And on a few buildings, the clarifier is instead of spilling all the wastewater and having that ugly brown in the water, you can use a clarifier, basically the same stats, but it just cleans the water, so to speak. A little park, because there's not many small parks to place. There we go, the small clinic that I talked about. 81 tiles instead of the 25 one, if you want it. The Belgian flag, yes. Sometimes I put that in empty spots. The the quick, yeah, I don't know why I kept this one, but oh yeah. It's a fast food restaurant, another church, a medieval tower. It's basically a landmark, park thingy, some more parking. The village hall is just a building. The train station I like because it's a smaller train station than the one in game. And then a football stadium. I think I have another one somewhere to add a little bit more sporting places. The medical practice. I think this is just as big as the normal one, but I like the building more. And Aldi, just another store. Precision engineering. Once again, this is the third mod changing the way you build the roads. I had them all active, so I'm just gonna re-add them. Another recycling center, a parking garage, an IKEA. The telescope dish, it has like, I don't know, 50 or 10, I don't know, university students that go there. So if your city is too small to have university, then you can place this one somewhere on a mountain and you'll have a tiny bit of university students. Another church, a soccer field. Building themes. This one, I didn't select any building themes to download yet, but it makes it easy. Just select an area and you can select which theme of buildings you want there. There's plenty in the workshop of themes you can download. And then you can really easily add parts of the city that can only have this certain type of building. So that's a nice mod. Modern lighting pack, a little bit more of options for street lights. Suburban street I like because it's a street with trees on the side, but it also has parking, while the vanilla street doesn't have parking on the trees, the street with 3 trees. Phew, that's a hard one. Time warp fix, it just allows you to change the time if you want daylight, night, nighttime. It's easy to change. This is just a save game from someone. I'm gonna try to fix the traffic for it. Find it mod. I'm gonna not download it because I think I had problems with this twice now. So I'm not gonna download it. Prop line tool basically allows you to draw a line of props and instead of manually putting them one by one. I'm not gonna add that one. And of course the loading screen mod, which I'm gonna do a video about if I have more time today. And the last one, network skins 2. I did a video about that the day before yesterday. I actually did the video with the network skins, the first one, active instead of the second one. But the gist is the same, so you can select the trees and the lights that you want. Alright, so that's a whole bunch of mods, 62 that I've, or 61. Most of them I've made active, and luckily I think it's all downloaded. So let's see if we can start up the game. There we go, play. And then see if I still crash the desktop or not. And I'm gonna end this stream right here. I'm gonna try and make a screen about the loading screen mod and make sure you can see the difference in loading speeds with the mod enabled or disabled. So stay tuned for the next episode, I guess. Alright, thank you for watching.